Hello and welcome to a new video here on my channel here at Comaik. I will continue today with the construction of my new outdoor kitchen. I have completed the walls and the rough construction, just recently finished. I have also already had the preliminary discussions with the carpenter, and the carpenters for the installation of the new roof have been arranged. I will use the time until then and install the electrical system, the network, the power and so on. For this I rely on various tools. If you want to know how I do the whole thing, then stay tuned. It's about to start. My new outdoor kitchen will have a U shape. From the left side through the middle to the right side will run the countertop. Of course, I need it at the countertop. Various connections. Here I will install my gas grill, my Napoleon Phantom 500. The grill has a rotisserie, which means a rotating spit. For that, I need electrical power. And here an outlet, but also for the refrigerator and the other various. I need electricity for electrical appliances. This also includes lighting, the radio, or the television. I need an appropriate supply for this. I will install it today, or at least prepare it. Prepare so that later I only have to pull the cables. Today I will drill the holes for the drill flush-mounted boxes and connect them with conduit. For the installation and fitting of I place the boxes on my rated tools. I will use this core drill to the drilling holes for the boxes. I will install the boxes into the walls, 2 pieces each. I won't do more than that, otherwise it will become too imprecise. The drill has already served me well. With my drill, drilling into the gas concrete should be relatively easy work. I will make the cable grooves with my wall groove cutter. I will also do that there. Installing boxes above for the network, the radio, and of course also for the lighting that is definitely above. The bar counter is to be installed. For this, I need to create a connection somewhere and run the cables. To pull up, I don't want to do that on the plaster. So far, I have done way too much for this. Investing money and energy into the kitchen only to end up with such a messy solution. I will now begin to mark the corresponding positions of the drill holes for the flush-mounted boxes. To draw, I had initially done it quite roughly to know what I wanted to place where. I need, for example, the light switch for the bar counter, and for the under cabinet lighting that I have under I want to install a counter. I need power for the LED strip. I need power to operate my appliances. To supply, the refrigerator is supposed to go in here at the bottom. It also needs a power outlet. I will first mark these sockets and then drill the holes. Once that is done, I can then use the wall groove cutting machine to mill the slots to the holes and install empty conduits in the wall. Later I can pull the cables through the conduit. I will install the switches for the lighting at a height of 1.10 meters. That is my standard. Since there will be an approximately 5 cm high floor on top, I naturally installed the light switch to 115 meters because I want to start from the finished floor. The substructure of the countertop is already prepared. Here I have a height of 85 cm. On top of that there will be the concrete slab. That will be about 10 cm. Subtracting the 5 cm for the floor, the countertop has a height of 90 cm. For my height, this is a very good height. The sockets that I want to install it in the wall. So far, I have only marked the horizontal position to install them in a way that they are easily accessible above the countertop. As a model, I take the height of my bar, because here I am somewhat more restricted. After the assembly of the countertop, I still have this space in which I can place the boxes. Since I might still need if I want to tile in front, the socket should not be too deep, but also not too high. The boxes will probably be installed in the middle. I have the cable channels, the slots, and the holes for the power outlets installed. Wherever I want to install a power outlet or network socket later, I carefully drilled the holes and installed the flush-mounted boxes. I also carefully placed the empty conduits that I had left into the cable slots. I have laid the curves nice and round so that I can easily pull the cables through later. The boxes are now being cut out at the holes so that I can easily run the cables. Can be introduced. For example, here you see the hole in the box. I will come from down here, install an empty conduit that ends exactly at this hole. The slot goes down as far as that I am below the countertop. Here in front will be the built-in cabinets. In and behind that area will remain open. This means I can handle the electrical work. I can lay the cables very easily on the plaster surface. Additionally, I have already installed 3 cable channels completely and securely up to the very top. I have completed the last row of stones. Up there, I would like to use an empty conduit to run the cables, to bring the lighting up to the roof. I did the same on the right rear side, made a cable slot that indeed carefully extends beyond the top stone. Next to it is the box for the power and the empty conduit. I have initially just laid the empty conduit here as well. On this side, I have a cable slot that goes all the way to the top. Here, I will then lay the electrical lines to the roof for the lighting or whatever else. I will still need up there. For the empty conduits, I use various sizes. I still had leftover stocks of M32 empty conduits. They are relatively sturdy and fit perfectly in my setup. Cable channel. To secure the empty conduit, I use my drywall screws. From the house construction, I still have plenty left. These screws are simply used with the cordless screwdriver on the left and right. The empty conduit is screwed into the wall next to it. There, they secure the pipe in position, where it should remain. Afterwards, I can fill the cable channel with tile adhesive again. I have installed the flush-mounted boxes everywhere. I also closed the cable channels again. Only the empty conduits are now visible at the bottom. On the other side, it looks completely different. It looks the same. I have been struggling all day with the 3 2.5 power supply cable and to pull in the speaker cable for the music. On this occasion, it was necessary I will open my lawn at this point. The 2 empty conduits that are under the lawn, the connection points that were laid were damaged. This probably happened when I have laid the control cable for the lawn robot into the ground. Maybe I did that too. It was buried deep. It took me a whole day today to pull these 2 cables in. As you can see, I have already started to fill and plaster the large holes. I filled the grip recesses of the aerated concrete blocks with tile adhesive. Also, the edges and joints. I also filled in those that were too large or damaged so that I could install the electrical boxes. To protect them, I covered them with these caps so that I can find them again later after the plastering. These small spikes stick out from the plaster and I can precisely determine exactly where the boxes are located. I will show you the plastering of my garden kitchen in another video. I am done with the preparation for the electrical work for now. The installation of the power outlets and the connection of the cables will take place later. If you don't want to miss that, then subscribe to my channel and activate the bell. Then you won't miss any of my new content. Videos about my project, building a garden kitchen by myself. I would be thrilled. I would be happy to receive a comment from you. Give me your opinion, your tips and tricks. What can me and what else should I maybe do? Of course, I am really happy about a like. If you enjoyed this video, thank you very much for watching and see you next time.